Now, it wouldn't be a good presentation as far as I'm concerned if you don't steal a graphic from somebody who's smart. So I took this one, and technically it's not stealing because he does have a Creative Commons license on it, and as long as I mention that this is from Diane Hinchcliffe at the Dawkins Group, he's a social media consultant, and he did this diagram about a social business maturity model, looking at where we are in terms of our internal social business, which is the line at the top, and our external social business. And you can see the dot on both of them, the kind of brownish dot on both of them, is where we are in terms of the maturity level. And on the top, which is the internal social business, we're not nearly as far along as we are at the bottom. That's because external social presence is something that people have been focusing on a lot. They've developed, there's managed programs for this, probably in your PR or your marketing department, to manage your social presence. They realize that they can't just have some summer intern throw a few tweets over the wall once in a while, that it's actually a whole program that has to be managed properly. And it just becomes part of the marketing for the company, but the internal stuff is still catching up with that. People are a little bit engaged, starting to get a little bit organized, but there's still a lot of work that has to be done there. As long as you have that difference between where your external and where your internal are, you're probably going to have a little bit of a disconnect between that linkage in the processes that I was talking about on the previous slide too. So you want to do some assessment of where you are in your external social media, and also how you are with your internal social business, how good you are at adding social capabilities and collaboration to your internal processes, because this is probably going to be a good indicator of how well they're linking with those external social media things that you have going on as well. Now, I'll move on to a graphic that I actually created, just so you know I don't steal all of them. So.